Well, hello there again, internet people. Welcome back to my channel. So this is part 2 of the auditor who issued proceedings against the Met Police. For the purpose of this video, I shall call Coley the claimant. Right, also this document is sent when a defense has been filed by the defendant. Then the court send the DQ to both parties to complete. And why do they need it? The purpose is for the court to understand the facts of the case and determine the appropriate track, fast track, intermediate track and multi-track for the case. Now, I think that when the claimant issued his proceedings, he wanted it to be allocated maybe to the small track. When the case was issued, we only had the small track, fast track and multi-track. Now we have the small, the fast, intermediate, which was introduced on the 1st of October 2023. So in completed this form, the parties have to state the following: track allocation, confirmation of the appropriate track. Also evidence, details about the witnesses, lay and expert, and the type of evidence to be presented. Hearing information, the preferred hearing locations, potential dates, and whether a trial is expected. Settlements, whether parties agree to mediation, and if they want to stay proceedings to explore settlement options. Then you've got proposed directions. Parties can propose directions to the court to consider, such as deadlines for disclosure and expert evidence. As you can see on the screen, I've sort of like printed out a little the directions order for you, and you can see there's a list of directions, so both parties can actually propose them to the court. Now, once the allocation, I always call it allocation, the direction questionnaires have been sent to the court will consider both documents. If the court's happy, they will then type an order out and send it to both parties, a sealed order to both parties. Now, if for some reason they're not happy about anything, it could be anything, they will then provide the parties with a CMC, a case management conference hearing, when the judge will set the timetable and directions for the case, including deadlines for various steps like filing evidence and expert reports. That's what normally happens at a CMC. Now, what happened in the claimant's case, Cody's case? From this email, which he sent on the 6th of September 2021, it looks as though his CMC should have taken place on the 3rd of September. And as you can see, he said, I've never received a phone call from yourself on the 3rd of September, as expected. This meant that he missed the hearing. But what the court did, they provided him with another hearing, a CMC hearing. That was to take place on the 31st of May 2022 at 12 noon in the Reading County Court. Now, I watched quite a few of the claimants live, okay? And I did ask him in the chat, typing in saying, look, what's happening about your CMC? What's going on? He did say he's going to refer it to solicitors to deal with, because obviously the civil procedure rules is a minefield if you don't know it, right? It's okay, you can issue proceedings. There's only as far as you can go. You need to know all of it. That means all the way taking the case to trial. If you've never done that, it could be difficult. You can't just put a book in front of you and follow the steps. You need to know why you're doing those steps, okay? So I've explained to you why the direction questionnaire was sent out, what you need to do, why you need these directions, and it's just basically, it's a case management, really, that's what it is. Anyway, so that's the last thing on the case. That's the last thing on his community page. Now, I reckon, this is me just guessing, okay? If he went to solicitors to take it over, they can take it over, maybe arrange funding for him, because he's at that stage where they probably can arrange funding for him, and then deal with the directions, and then maybe the case could have gone to trial or the case would have been settled. That could have happened. I don't know. The other two things that could have happened is that the case could have been stayed Maybe I don't think so for that long. Maybe. Sometimes it is for certain circumstances. Could have been stayed. Or he could have received an order and didn't deal with it, and the case could have been striked out. That could happen. 3 things. So I don't know. I'm just guessing. So what I can say to you at the moment, the only thing I know, the CMC was set for the 31st of May 2022 at 12 p.m. And that's it. Anyway, I thought this little video for you to see an auditor who issued proceedings against the Met Police. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace and out. And as always, it's something to think about.